Hi, welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and today on our channel, I'm going to explain the Koshas and how it relates to manifesting theory and thought. So, in my opinion, if you want to know how manifesting works, look to the graph of the Koshas. If you want to know how to apply manifesting in your own life, then I would say look to the 8-limb path or the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. The Koshas originated from the Upanishads and explained the layers of being, or the onion of the human self, if you will. There are 5 Shis, and I'm not going to go into great detail about what the Koshas are. There is lots of books and information and probably other videos to go into more depth of the Sanskrit, etc. I will also preface this by saying that I have not thoroughly studied the Upanishads or even read a single page. I have, however, looked at this chart many times and learned through this chart and teachers about what the Koshas are. This is my own, we'll say, revelation about the Koshas. So the first Kosha is the physical body, or Annamaya Kosha. So this includes not only our physical body, but all of material existence. So anything that you can perceive with your sense organs: smell, taste, touch, hear, see. This is usually where people think of manifesting. So they want something to come into their sense reality. And this is also where, when people say they're living in the 3D or the matrix, so you can absolutely manifest from this place. It is a very dense layer. And the density of the layers of the Shis will lighten as they go down. So when people say they're living in the 3D or the matrix, yoga can technically manifest from this sheath. You can manifest from all the Shis. For example, if you want a house, you can get a job and buy a house. You might not like the job, and it might feel like a lot of effort. So think of each kosha as a sort of tool for manifestation. This way of manifesting requires sometimes a lot of willpower and effort and a lot of action-oriented things. So this is why they say gain the world and lose your soul, because sometimes it can even require manipulation of the physical realms. Moving down to the next 3 layers, we enter into what is known as the subtle body. You can think of the subtle body as responsible for your vibration, which you often hear in manifesting terms. The laws exist here. So the laws of reciprocity, the law of attraction, the law of vibration, etc., the law of assumption, they all exist here within the subtle body. If you don't know what those are, you can find other YouTubers to explain them. I'm not here to explain any presumed laws of the universe. I'm here to explain who you are. So here on this channel, we talk about yoga, and yoga is a remembrance of who you are. And there's no mention of laws of the universe that I know of in yoga. I could be wrong on that, but there is a direct understanding of an awareness of the subtle body and how it manifests. And the more you become aware of the subtle body, the more you can have awareness of how that Going back to the physical body, there is a purer way to manifest from the physical body, and that is to use the body to change your energy. So manifesting is not about changing the physical world, but about changing your own energy to match that which you are trying to manifest into the physical world. So things like physical exercise, yoga, breath work, eating right, etc., are all ways of changing your own energy. That's why on this channel, I'm not giving you a million videos of my talking head to teach you manifesting. I'm giving you practical practices to get your energy into a good place to match what you are creating. The next layer down of the sheaths is the pranamaya kosha, or energy sheath. So we work on the physical body to change our energy. And prana translates as life force, or life force energy is this sheath. Awareness of this sheath, you become aware that it's not about taking physical action towards what you want, but about matching your energy to which that you are calling into your life experience. Your energy is literally the force behind the physical manifestations. Anything that you perceive with your five senses is only your light shining on what your own energy is. Life in the physical realm is a mirror image to your own energy. You can't change the image in the mirror by changing the mirror. You have to change yourself. And you do that by changing your energy. Moving down through the koshas, you get a better clue on how to do that. So we change our energy first through the mind. That includes our emotions, our thoughts, our imagination, which yoga teaches us to disassociate from. So the objective of yoga is to calm the vrittis, or the mind stuff. So from the mind and emotions and imagination, you see them not as yourself. I recommend reading The Power of Now if you want to understand this concept more in depth. Once you can disidentify and disassociate with your mind and emotions, then you're able to come back in and use these things as a tool to change your prana, or life force energy, to create your life experience that you desire. You don't have to be happy or positive all the time to get what you want. There's plenty unhappy people that have what you want. That is a misconception and actually can create a limiting belief around your manifestation. But most of us do want contentment, happiness, peace, these sort of positive feelings that make us feel good in life. And that is why our thoughts, our emotion, our imagination are actually not just a tool to manifest, but also a manifestation in themselves. Moving on to Vijnanamaya kosha, not Vajinamaya kosha, which is how I always want to pronounce it. Vijnanamaya Kosha, or wisdom sheath. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Sanskrit is something I'm working on. So this sheath is often mistaken as our true self or divine self. It's not. It is merely in line with our true preferences. I will repeat that again. This is not our true self or divine self. This is in line with our truest preferences. Divine preferences, even connected to divine. So this is where we set the standards of our life experience. This is how we prefer to exist. This is how we know what we want. It's our place of knowing, of clarity. It's not always, however, it's not always connected to divinity, God, whatever you want to say, because our preferences can come from a past perception or past conditioning and not necessarily from a divinity or God space. So this is where we get clarity on what we want. This is where we have awareness of what's working and what isn't in our life. This is where we have a knowing of that our manifestation is going to come, a knowing, a clarity, yes, I'm going to get this. And that is true also for synchronicities. So anytime you think something and then suddenly it appears in three-dimensional form, that is also a part of our what's called our intuition. But our intuition is just a previous preference from our state of being. And that brings us to our final kosha. Anandamaya Kosha, our subtlest body, responsible for all of creation of the bodies up until now. I've heard this, so moving down to the bliss body. So we know what we want from our bliss body. We know what to think from our bliss body. We know what to imagine from our bliss body. We know how to move our bodies from our bliss body. We know how to use our energy from our bliss body. Everything starts here. I've heard this body described as when you are in love, or when you're feeling so grateful it brings you to tears. This is more in line with Neville Goddard teachings, as he says about the state of being. Neville Goddard said, we manifest from our internal state of being. States of being can be manifestations in themselves. So the bliss body is actually a manifestation. It is also not you. Manifestation of a state, but this is where to start your state. And it's not the same as emotions. Our state of being is not the same as emotions. And manifesting coaches or law of attraction coaches are all saying the same thing. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. Be in the state of the wish fulfilled. Once you have awareness of the subtle body, if it feels misaligned with what you are calling forth, then move up the layers. First, get clarity on your desires, standards, and preferences. What exactly do you want? Who will you be when it shows up? How will it make you feel? Then, the mental body practice, meditation. Observe your dominant thoughts and speech around this topic. Use affirmations, visualizations, scripting, whatever you enjoy, because we're following our bliss, to change your dominant thoughts, beliefs, emotions, to come into more alignment with what you are manifesting. Take care of your energy. Protect your energy. Just because something close to what you're manifesting comes into the 3D does not mean you need to entertain it or interact with it. You can say no. Get enough sleep. Take care of your body. Pranayama. Take baths, whatever you need to ground yourself and to feel good existing into a physical body. Yoga is a great way to feel good in your body. Hygiene. Clean your environment. Bring beauty into your living spaces. If you do all this, you might be successful in manifesting. I am not going to make any promises that anything I'm coaching here is going to manifest what you want. I haven't manifested everything I want yet. What you might find is that in taking care of all of your she's and your bodies, you'll find your soul. And you find that what you were seeking externally for fulfillment is extracted from your own physical body internally. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Links in the bio for my newsletter, virtual live classes in the description.